Hello there everyone, Joel right here, Devon Dice. Again, I'm bringing you another video of a kind of a preview game that I saw and played at the Tabletop Gaming Live Show that was back at the end of September. Here we have Monumental from Funforge. It's actually back on Kickstarter as I do this, so you can pop along there and actually back the game now. Here you're going to hear a rules overview from Funforge themselves. Sorry, but I mean they are French, so the accent is quite strong. I could understand it more or less. So yeah, you might have to rewind a couple of times just to kind of understand what they're saying. But yeah, they're going to give us a rules overview here, and then I'll give my thoughts at the end of it.
No worries. So
let me know how you want it. So let me know when I should start. Or...
Carry on.
Okay,
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So welcome first. Monumental is a game, civilization game, which will be launched on Kickstarter on 23rd of October. It will be a basic box, this one, with 5 civilizations, which are the Vikings, the Samurai, the Japanese then, the Egyptian, the Chinese and the Greek. And there will be an add-on box with 4 other civilizations, which are the Amazons, Aztecs.
Go! Sorry, technology.
Yeah, so I have to...
No, you're fine. You're still recording.
Okay.
But it's fine. You carry on.
You will. Okay.
Yeah.
So there will be an add-on box with 4 civilizations, which are the Vikings. Sorry, 4 additional civilizations, which are the Amazon, Atlanteans, Mongols, and Aztecs. Okay.
Yeah.
All versions of the games, basic box and the add-on box will be with minis or without minis. So you may choose either to put money on the minis or not. It will be your choice. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what is the principle of the game? So the idea was to have a game, a civilization game short in time. That is to say, with 4 players, when you know the rules, it's 2 hours games play. So which is rather short for a civilization game. And you go through this deck, which is a civilization deck. You go from antiquity to modern age. Okay.
Yeah.
When the deck is empty, the game is ending. So. It's then rather fast. You have a river over there, which is a card you can buy during the game. Each time you take a card, you buy a card, okay? You will then have the river to flow and pick up new cards, like this. And when the deck is empty, of course, it ends the game. And each time you know when you arrive, because there will be a card saying that you arrive to H2 and so on, okay?
Yeah.
Each card is either a technology, knowledge, okay, or a wonder, or a building. Yep. This will enhance your civilization deck. So I will explain you a civilization deck. Each civilization has a specific deck, okay? In this deck, you have a hero, which is a specific character, which gives you specific power and abilities. You got cultural policies. There are 5 of them, You can buy them at any time to enhance your game. These are attached to your culture and civilization, okay? Like this one, domestic trade for the Chinese.
Yeah.
Plus, you have in your deck 1 specific knowledge. For the Chinese is pyrotechnic, okay?
Yep.
And a specific building. For the Chinese, it is the paper maker, which is here. Okay. We have more than 20 artists working on the game, so on the illustration, more than 200 illustrations different. And in your deck, you have also card commons to all the players, which are war camps, fort, library. You have a certain number of them, plus 2 specific buildings, which are a forum and a mine. which provide you with specific power. Okay. These are not illustrated yet, but of course, all will be illustrated. Okay. The work is in progress and almost ended. So, at the start of the game, you pick up all the cards of your civilization, except your leader and your policies. You shuffle them, and then you deploy them in a grid of 9 cards, starting from the top bottom, the top left to the bottom right, like this.
Yeah.
Should I have a technology, I should place it like this and cover it by a building. Okay?
Right.
Then, at my turn, when it's my turn to play, I will choose a column and a row to tap, like this. Okay, I choose. Okay, and this will provide me with the resources indicated on the top, and sometimes some effects which are written on the card. So, by example, here I have 1, 2, 3 production token, which are those black token wouldn't. Oh, sorry. Here I have some. I didn't notice. Sorry. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Plus 1 military. Plus 1 science. I have 2 gold also at the beginning of my turn, and those gold are joker. I can use them as resource if I want. Okay. With those tokens, I can buy the cards here in the river, and the cost is always on the back, on the bottom. So it's production for black and science for the blue card. Okay. Let's say, by example, I want to buy this card. It's 4 production. I got 3 on my deck, 3 on my resource reserve, and I may spend a gold, so it's 4 altogether. So I can pick this card.
Yep.
This card goes on the top of my draw pile.
Okay.
Then I know that when I will have ended my turn, I will discard all the cards I play, and I know that the card I just bought will come out immediately. So I know exactly where and when, which is a cool matter because now I can elaborate a strategy, of course. With the resource I have, I will also, with the red one, the military resource, I may move my units on the board, either mini or token, depending on the version you have. And it's a very easy system because at the first you start in your territory, which is invulnerable, you cannot conquer it, and you move your units with those red tokens.
Yep.
By which, with 1 token, you move 1 soldier or your leader on the border of your territory. Let's say I am deployed through the time here and here. So with 1, I can bring 1 over here if I want.
Okay. Yeah.
The only thing I need to have the exact amount needed by the defense value of the tile, which is the terrain, the cost of the terrain, plus the barbarian.
Right.
Or later on, maybe an enemy.
Right.
By example, here it's 2 plus 2, 4.
Yep.
Okay? I can also move my leader with the same principle and rules. But the thing is, when my leader conquers the first time in my turn, I gain a specific bonus. By example, for Mulan, for the Chinese, I will have the right to take the first card of my deck and play it immediately. The Egyptian, you win 2 black tokens, and this is all the idea of the game. You have to combo during your turn in order to gain more resources to do more things in the same turn. So it's a kind of rolling effect. More you have, more better it is. I can also move my merchant. My merchant explorer are able to cross the terrain using also military tokens. It's 1 token per tile for this. And while moving, I can grab 1 thing in my turn, which is either a production token, the cardboard token, I can keep them. Those wooden tokens, I discard them at the end of my turn, so I can keep them, okay? Or I can go to markets. Markets are markets on the terrain, on the map, and they give me resources. I choose which one I want, which is useful during my turn, or I can keep them for later on. Okay. You have 2 kinds of exploration token, barbarian or free turn. Free turn act like the same than barbarian, give you some advantages when you conquer them, you see? You have to choose either gold, science, culture, or effect on the card. And and you choose which one you want to have. One last thing maybe is cultural policies. So those 5 cards, when I have feather token, which are rare and difficult to get, I can use them to buy those cards. I choose which one. The first one cost me 1 token, okay? So I paid and I got my policy. I got an instant effect, which is written over there, and during my turn I will have also this effect. Next time I want to buy another one, it will cost me 2 this time. And I place it like this, and then I gain the effect of this effect, plus this one again. And my new policy is this one, etc. This one is 3, this one is 4, this one is 5. And each time I get the instant effect plus the effect of my last cultural policy.
Is archiving removing cards from your deck?
Yeah, so sometimes it does. You can. It's also a game, deck building games.
Yeah.
You have as you will buy more and more powerful cards, either from the central row or some basic building as well, which you can buy. You will enhance your deck, so you have to clean it. So from the old card, less valuable. So you will archive some cards in order to enhance your deck. Victory points at the end of the game. When the deck is over, you calculate the victory points, which is 2 per wonder cards. Okay. By the way, wonders give you also instant effect when you build them, and also specific effect when you play them in your city. Okay. So you place the token, corresponding token. On a territory. You may have 1 wonder per tile, in fact. Okay. And they bring you value to the defense, etc. So I will have 2 points for my wonder, 1 point for my knowledge, 1 point for the territory, and 2 points for each cultural policy I develop in my city. So, and there is a majority rule. More card I have maybe the effect to win a bonus of majority, which is 3 points, which help you to win, of course. I think that's all. In each civilization you have 9 soldiers, like this. You have 1 leader, and you have your explorer, and still work in progress. We will have also minis for the fort. Because you can replace soldiers by a fort at any time under specific rules.
And what's the average play time?
It's 2 hours.
2 hours?
2 hours for 4 players.
Sounds good, actually.
Yeah, it's really, and even for the first demo we did with people playing for the first time, it may be 2 hours and a half, but no more, with the explanation of the rules. So in fact, the principle of the game is very simple. You tap a row on a column, you get the resources, you try to enhance your resources during the play, and then it's over.
So on this again, so you pick a row and a column to activate? And you have the resources which are written on the top. Here I will have 3 production, a military, which is the red one, and I got my forum, which I can spend 2 different resources to get one of those tokens, which can allow me immediately to play 1 policy and gain immediately an effect. You know? And then these will go.
And will be replaced by new cards, and even the cards you have bought from the central row and put on the top of the deck.
That's quite good. That's interesting.
Indeed.
Very good. Very interesting. And it's back on Kickstarter.
On 23rd of October, we have a first campaign. But we decided to relaunch it because we do not have enough communication, videos. We have not maybe enough mini. So now the game is almost ready. We have all the minis of all the civilizations, the 5 basic civilizations plus the 4 of the atom. We have almost all the art. So everything is almost ready. We have still to consider the stretch goal. The stretch goal will be heroes and creatures, and those obviously will be done depending on the success of the campaign, of course.
And how much were you looking for, like standard pledge for it?
We do not know yet.
No.
Something sure we wanted is to have 2 versions, one with minis and one without, because
cardboard,
the version without minis will be, of course, far less expensive than the mini one.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
You are most welcome.
Cool.
Thank you very much. Bye bye.
I might try and go back and have a.
Thanks a lot. And if you need anything, logo, this is my card for.
And if you play test later, for sure you are most welcome.
Yeah, I'll try and pop back by.
You're
One of my
People's Corner?
I'm on the stand helping them, but that's my blogging site that I use.
Devon Dice. You're based in Devon, then,
I am based in Devon, yeah.
Thanks a lot.
So,
I know a lot.
And there you go, the rules to Monumental from Funforge. When I first saw this game, actually I saw it on Kickstarter a few months back, and I think this is now that was the second time it was launched on Kickstarter and then cancelled. So this time it's coming back out on Kickstarter. It's going to be the third time it's on Kickstarter, and hoping this time they've tidied everything up they were getting wrong, and it's going to be a very successful Kickstarter. And actually at the minute, as I now put this out, it is on Kickstarter, and you can go along now and back and get all this content you've just seen. So when I first saw this at the Tabletop Gaming Show, I put it down to a dudes on a map kind of game because of the miniatures. The miniatures kind of give it that kind of blood rage feel, like a cool mini or not kind of game that was a little bit unnecessary, and I kind of palmed it off. Someone told me, go and look at it, it's really cool. So I said, okay, for you, I'll go and have a look. So I arranged a meeting with him and came back and recorded, and he instantly started off with two things I like the sound of: a deck building game and a civilization game in one. I was like, okay, I'm hooked. Tell me more. So he's explaining the game, and then he also mentions it's a 2-hour game at 4 people, and I'm thinking, that'd be awesome if this works out. So, as you can see, the rules were explained here, going all through it. The miniatures are lovely. I mean, these are resin miniatures, but they are lovely. And I just want to back it just because of the miniatures. That being said, especially this miniature, which is the Atlantis leader, I just want him. He looks really cool, and the octopus around him. But anyway, getting back to the fact that I liked it, and I played it, and your turn is epic from the beginning. From turn 1, you have these epic turns. You tap, you tack, you exhaust your cards that you want to do top and bottom, and that's a cool mechanic because you've got to kind of work out that puzzle of how to get the best out of your cards. And then you can also kind of might state how to start strategizing in the future, how your cards come out. I don't think you can, but it's always kind of random. And you could possibly do that. But you tap it, you get these resources, and you can do a couple of actions probably with these resources. But if you plan right, you'll start going, right, if I buy that card, this gives me more, something special, like another bit of resource, which actually collects together with this, actually lets me do something else. And then I can get more, and then I might have enough military to do the next bit, and then I can do now a military action. And because like military benefits most of the leader abilities, you get more, and you keep getting more, and it feels like this, like your turn's never going to end because it's just awesome, and it's a great feeling. But then it's on someone else's turn, and they're doing the same thing, and you're kind of sat there going, is this ever going to end? Am I ever going to have my turn again? And the first few turns feel like it goes on a bit, and I never actually got to play a full game because we had other things to do, but I am concerned that it isn't a 2-hour game, and you could be sat here for a good afternoon playing the game, which is all fair dues, probably, maybe, not a bad thing. But this river deck that you see coming out is the timer, so once that deck is empty, the game will end. So, will that deck empty quickly? Is there only about 5 turns in the whole game? I don't know, maybe 7 at the most. It depends how quickly the people empty that deck. You could burn through it really quickly. I don't know, but I am backing this at the minute because I really like the feel of it. The small world effect of moving over terrain. If you've got enough pieces to take that terrain, you take that terrain. There's no dice rolling, which is a good thing, maybe a bad thing for people. but it is that small world mechanic, and I like that mechanic. I like the deck builder mechanic, where you buy stuff and it goes on top of your deck, and then it comes back out straight away, which is really cool. And you can manipulate certain powers that can actually take that card straight out and play it, and that'd be quite cool as well. And yeah, I am excited about this. I do hope that they pull this off, and it really does bring through what they were demoing at the show. So yeah, as I said, I am backing it. I look forward to receiving this in the future. So this has been a rules and preview of Monumental from Funforge, which you can now check out on Kickstarter and see if you'd like to back it to get your own glimpse at this incredible game. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe to the channel. My name's been Joel Wright. This is Devon Dice. Check out the podcast, which is Devon Dice the Podcast. Find it on YouTube or any other podcast provider. It's out twice a month. We talk about board gaming, card gaming and everything in the industry. And check out our blogging site, which is www.devondice.co.uk. Thank you and good night.